Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the War Room. My name is Pastor, and we are going to take another frigid dive into the cold waters of 4546b. That's right, we've returned once again to Subnautica below zero. Last episode, we did a bunch of the above-ground area of the map, specifically the glacial basin. And we cured the Kara again, and and I guess that's kind of it. But we did a lot of things, really. In reality, we did a lot of very interesting things. So now what do we do? That's the question. What do we do now? Well, I think the best course of action would be to pursue the construction of the test override module. However, we need parallel processing units to do that, and we need to explore the Mercury wreck to get those. So, to summarize, we're going to the wreck of the Mercury. Hi. A little weird. Right there. And the wreck of the Mercury is over here by Delta Station Dock. So we're gonna go that way. We do also kind of need food. We do have some nutrient blocks, but we don't. Yeah, we have some water. We'll get some. We'll stop at the. We'll make this a two-legged journey. We'll stop at the pod, get some food, so we don't have to use our nutrition bars. I wish you could craft nutrition bars. I think that's like one of the biggest things I wish we could craft, because nutrition bars are very nice. They take up 1 inventory space. They give you 75 food, no water though. So I feel like if you make enough dried, like salted or dried, preserved, however they call it in game, of like a certain type of fish, it has to be a certain type of fish, you can turn it into a nutrient block. But it has to be all like the same fish. Or, you know, honestly, if it's just a nutrient block, it would make sense for it not to be just one species of fish. So just like gather like 5 dried fish and you can make a nutrient bar or something like that. Because technically it would be better to just eat the dried fish, I'm pretty sure. But it's more economic, let's say, to just carry a single nutrient bar that maybe provides less food, but it'll also take up less space. Everything's a cost-benefit situation, you know. Gotcha. I think that could be a cool thing they could implement in Subnautica 2. Coming out soon, maybe? We don't know. It's coming, we just don't know when. We know it's in production. Buddy, how are you swimming? You're like paralyzed. How are you swimming? Come here. Intercept, intercept, intercept. Ooh, good move. Dodged me. Dodge this. Ooh, he got me again. Ah, but I got hit a final laugh. Ha ha. Yeah, we don't even need to go into base. We can just head back to our sea truck and cook it up. We don't even need to go in the sea truck. We can just use the free power we get from the base here, because both of those other sources require some type of input. The base requires solar energy, and the sea truck runs off energy from the base, so not exactly free energy. But the pod here does give us pure free energy. I like the way this is organized, but we don't need the spy pingling anymore. We won't need that again, I think. But so we need 3 nickel, which I think we have inside on board the sea choke. We might as well take that out because we can't do anything with it in here. It needs to be on the modification station to be useful. So where's our nickel that we picked up? Not in here. Not in there. Not in there. Did we pick up nickel? I could have sworn we did. Yeah, okay. No, this is all the important stuff right here. And I'm gonna take that necklace and power cell and the thermos out because these are things that we're not gonna really be able to use in our travels. So we're gonna leave them at this. It only makes sense. Don't we need another, like, yeah, we need a plasteel ingot and 3 diamonds. Well, we have 2 diamonds. We have the plasteel ingot and the polyaniline, but the plasteel ingot is the depth module. So if we can get 5 more titanium, I can make a second titanium ingot, and I know we have a diamond aboard here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, though. No. In here. No, we don't have a diamond on board, and we only have 1 titanium. Interesting. Well, we can pick up plenty more titanium on our excursion for this episode. Yeah, empty, empty. No diamonds. Well, whatever. I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles. Time to go on an... Actually, wait. Before we leave, I'm gonna check the interior of the base. Why is our inventory all fuzzy? Funky, I mean. Wish I could speak English normally. Kyanite. That is a resource we have not acquired yet. I know where to acquire it, but I don't think I can really
Welcome aboard,
go there
Captain.
yet. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure you're ready to produce some salt. Anyways, so that just essentially gave us some more water and some salt. Salt's not really going to be useful for much, but might as well take it with us, just in case we find out that it is somehow more useful than I previously suspected. And I could have sworn we had salt somewhere. Yes, we do in here. I'm going to take the salt out of here, actually. And I'm going to start piling the salt into this locker. Just in case. I just have a feeling, you know? Just have one of those feelings. So yeah, we have some more water now. We have plenty of water. We have plenty of food. There is no possible reason that we would die from lack of nutrition. Alright, the only way we're dying is if we're getting attacked by a fish. System because the mobs that spawn around these parts tend to be a little hostile to our presence, to say the least. To put it lightly. Alright, so here we are, purple vents. vent garden doing over here? Holy crap, we're way off course, buddy. Oops.
I am picking up the signature of an important item belonging to my people. I will share its location.
Okay.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Thank you, Alan. I will definitely... Wink, wink, look at that. Okay, that scared me for a second. I thought that was a chalicerate popping up behind us. That's not what I wanted to see, for sure. Okay. Now that we have feasibly everything we could possibly need. I mean, these would be better if we had them cooked, but cooked they only last so long, so we'll just hold on to them. Don't know why the vent gardens are swimming over here. That kind of unnerves me a little bit. Pick up some metal salvage here because we need more titanium somehow. That's what happens when not picking up titanium for like 9 hours does to someone. Although, technically we haven't played 9 hours on this game yet according to the game. The save files only registered like half of that. Seemingly. I'm making a guesstimate. So it would appear we do indeed need a propulsion cannon to access all of this. I was wrong about not needing that then. And I will admit that I was wrong. Of course, when there's a big hole in the ship right here that bypasses said problem, then it kind of gives the impression that maybe I was right. Man, they locked this up. Oh, that was easy. Reactor rod. Okay, I guess I'm radioactive now. Interesting. Not quite at 100 meters yet, so we're not gonna have to worry about oxygen compression or whatever it is. That's not good. That's not a good sound. Where is he? That's the chalicerate roaring, I can tell. Where is it? Some vent gardens. Calicatheros or whatever. Is it the Cryptosuchuses or whatever that's making those noises? I could have. I'm just gonna trust that it's the Cryptosuchus that are making those noises. I don't know why a brute shark's doing all the way. Something is up. I don't like it. Something's up. I'm not usually paranoid, but there's something up. I don't know what, but something's happening. It could be something completely benign, but I'm not quite sure exactly what to think of it. I mean, the whales usually aren't this close, and I mean, it's right there in render distance. So, that's a little odd on its own. Can I go in through here? No, I cannot. Okay, glass is not broken. Kind of wish that you could just go through whatever you wanted with the laser cutter, but you know, it kind of makes sense not to be able to do that, I suppose. Another power cell. Lord have mercy. What am I going to do with all these extra power cells? Ooh, perfect. Here is one of those parallel processing units. And we need to find 3 of those. And I don't think you can find all 3 on one part of the ship.
I can only do repairs in spurts. That's so inefficient.
The larger tools seemed to set off seismic activity nearby. A crew came back telling stories of gigantic worms burrowing in the ice. I don't know what they were going on about. They were hypothermic and frostbitten because they walked back to avoid angering them. The ice shelf is probably a bit unstable and they got disoriented or something. To borrow from Diana, Orion's belt thermocouplings are not meant to be worked on in 20-minute spurts. If we break the process, we'll break the ship. But it's nice to hang out with Yasmin while we wait for the rumbles to stop. I hope she doesn't mind all my questions. I love hearing her voice.
More
Her
batteries.
face lights up, and she's got the most expressive eyebrows. They're practically acrobats. The way she looks when talking about nuclear engineering is the same way I look at my grandmother's domades. The woman never sits down, though. She told me that she used to do decathlon in college, and I can believe it. She's like a bouncy ball, just all over the place. She makes rounds on the ship every day to see if people need help. I should do something nice for her. She's always helping everyone else. I wish I had a fraction of her energy.
Very nice, very nice. Little relationship stuff on the ship, it would seem. Do I cut through this door? No. Do I cut through this door? Also no. Do I drink some water? Yes. I'm thirsty. Ooh, hello. What have we here? Any goodies for me to pick up? What's in here? Ooh, food and water. Praise the Lord. Nope, can't cut through that. Ooh, here's another parallel processing unit, I'll bet. Man, this thing takes forever to cut open. Good thing we're not under 100 meters yet. Very nice. I'm very happy that I don't... Ooh, nice. Iron kit. I'm very happy that I have enough oxygen to not need to, like, be super careful about being in here. But I am gonna make a return trip for oxygen right now. I don't have a ton left. Not enough. Like, I just don't want to, you know, get lost and not have enough. That's for future me to worry about, that pathway. See, every room we explore is a room we don't have to explore when we come back in. So that's going to make this go a lot faster over time. But it's still going to take us forever to explore all of it. Yeah, I'll go this way, you know. I don't quite need the oxygen now anymore, but I wouldn't make sense to go back the same way, so might as well just explore around here instead. Oh, is this the door I just cut open? Yes, it is. Okay, well, how convenient. Well, I guess we can just keep exploring where we were exploring then. Well, lucky us. How fortuitous. We are going to go below 100 meters when we're exploring this wreck in just a few minutes, I'll bet. So it's gonna put a damper on our ability to stay down here for extended periods of time. So this just goes out. I don't want to go out. I want to stay in and see what else is hiding in this ship. More metal. It goes outside. And this is heading back out the way we just came. Yeah, might as well get oxygen now. we'll cook up some of the food we brought with us while we get oxygen refilled. Yummy, yummy. Okay, which one of these lockers was I putting stuff in? This one. Might be useful to keep at least one of those batteries on me, because that laser cutter drains energy. I need to find a way to get up there, and I think the way to do it is through the vents that we saw. No, wait, hold up. I need to go this way. I remember that there's a vent we can access in here, maybe in here. It was in a room that had an oxygen plant. Yep, this room. Replenish oxygen. We go through this vent. I noticed there's a vent access into the room we're trying to get into. So surely this vent leads to that exit or entrance, whatever you want to say it is. Vent access. Boom.
I finished the reactor checks. We dumped a ton of runoff, and we don't need the rods melting down. Then I helped with the scavenging, chopped some veggies with the cooks, and tried to help Diana, but she sent me down to engineering with Stefanos.
Ooh, nice. Titanium ingots.
I've been working with him the last few days. Stefanos. How to describe Stefanos? He's by far the most thorough engineer I've worked with, and no ego. He never leaves a job undone, no matter how late it is. I've never seen him awake before 11, and he always greets me by saying, Kalimera, Yasmin, in the sleepiest drawl. Not a morning person, that one. He listens with the slightest smile on his face, and twirls this stray curl by his ear. He asks a billion questions, but
that's where we just came
I don't
from.
mind. He surprised me today.
This way.
There's an empty room on the bridge, just a spot of negative space in the ship. He set a picnic there and said, I need to relax. He even called me a busybody. There were these crazy glowing fungus things he found to set the ambiance. The most exciting part, though, drum roll, he can jailbreak fabricators. He made a small batch of traditional Grecian dishes. But the craziest part? He managed to make a suitable falafel for me. I never thought I'd see a good falafel in deep space. Alhamdulillah. A quiet genius, that one. This planet may be a cold mistress, but
what's that?
Maybe it isn't so bad.
Fragment? It'd be really funny if it was a laser cutter fragment, considering we would need that to get in. Yeah, it's a laser cutter fragment. What else would I expect? Well, we can continue trying to look around for perhaps more. Yeah, we've been in here. I remember coming in here earlier. The problem is this ship is such a maze that it's very difficult to track exactly where you've been and where you haven't. Yeah, and see, this just is a mess that goes out to nowhere. But yeah, I remember going up here because we came in through the stairs instead of going in through the door because we didn't have a laser cutter at the moment. Yeah, and this is where this leads to. And we can go over here. I'm getting lost. I don't want to run out of oxygen. But we should be fine, because it should just be a little swim over here. And here we are. Nice and safe. We're gonna pull in a bit more. And we're gonna turn on lights. Keep the lights off. I want to drain the battery. If that's even a thing that happens in this game, I don't want to risk it though. Okay, so we've been up there. We went through in there through the vents. I wish I had like a map I could look at. This thing has a map, right? It's not helping us, okay. We're on our own on this, okay. We were able to get back here, I remember. I remember getting back here. Yeah, because there's an open chest. I saw an open chest. Let's see, what is this? Oh yeah, this is how we got in there. We just kind of swam under and through here, that's right. So I think we've seen everything we can for this section of the ship. However, there is another half of the ship somewhere else in this region that contains the third parallel processor fragment that we must find in order to unlock the blueprint. And finding it is going to be a little bit of a puzzle because I don't remember where it is. We're just retracing our steps, essentially. Not doing anything we haven't done already. Yeah, because I've done this. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to call it and say that we've explored this entire area of the ship, and that we just have to find the other area of the ship, which I believe is just further into this biome. But that also means closer to the big bad fish that I've been trying to avoid. However, it would appear that the big bad fish isn't showing its ugly face for now. So, we might be alright. Don't want to jinx ourselves though. Yum. Yummy, yum, yum. Okay. We're gonna pull out. Okay, I backed into something. My bad. My thought process is that since the ship's like split in half, surely the other half is just down this way, right? Rest in peace, the Pope. Did not expect that this year. Yeah, you know, the Pope dying was not on my bingo card this year either. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of patrol the edge of the biomes here, and hopefully I stumble upon what I'm looking for in not the big bad monster that I don't want to summon by saying its name, because that's how this game works. You say its name and it pops up, at least when you can't see them. If you can see them, then you can avoid them and you don't have to worry about anything. But it's not often that you see them. Usually you get jump scared. Oh.
Significant geothermal activity detected below. Beware of high pressure and temperatures.
Not the Reaper. This is not regular Subnautica. This is Subnautica below zero, so there are no Reapers, thankfully. However, they did manage to make a creature to replace the Reaper in this game that is equally terrifying, I would say. Maybe not equally, but still does the job well enough. Is there not an entry point for this part of the wreck? Is this just wreckage and you just can't enter it at all? This is like an Easter egg to like where the rest of the wreck is. So, entry point on top. That's just a brute shark. I thought that might be something worse. Where is the rest of that? Where's the rest of the wreckage that goes with this piece here? Well, let's continue going this way, I guess. Make continue patrolling the edge. And we'll come back to that if we don't find it, because I think I might have an... Oh god, that scared me. I look up, I see a big shadow, and it's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. And it's just a whale. We're fine, it's just a whale. The biome is way bigger than I thought it was. I think I know where the wreck is. It's not that way. I think that engine is... I think that's what it was. At least it was an engine. I think that engine was like a hint that it's like this direction kind of thing. Oh, hello. What's this? It's a sea truck module of some type. Let's touch it. I'm not gonna question what I just heard. I heard like a very big crunch. Yeah, there it is again. That might just be the vents doing their thing. Don't peep the horror. Yeah. I don't know where this thing's gonna be at. That's the problem. That's why we have the electrosphere defense, though. This stuff's gonna protect us from all the big... That's not good. I hope that's just a, whatever those smaller things are called. I can never remember what their names are. Hopefully that's what that is. And not the big monster that I'm not gonna say the name of out of fear of summoning it. Because I have no idea where the spawn location is, but I know it's near this biome. Okay, so we gotta find that engine part again. Whoa! Okay. Interesting. Wait. What? Oh, okay. It just kind of ejected us out of the thing. I was like, wait, did I lose my capsules? Okay, that's just normal. Okay. These vents are messing with me, man. Fabricator module. Battery. Wreckage strewn about. Ooh, hello. Oh, something I already have, probably. Yep. Nutrient block. PDA data. Control room rapid depressurization. Oh, this is from the... Oh, that sucks. Did we have the aquarium model fully researched? I don't think we did. Okay, that chair's scanned, I guess. Okay, well, this is not good. Not good at all. Hopefully this hasn't been taking damage sitting here next to a geothermal vent. Nope, it's good. Okay, so let's just keep looking around here, I suppose, for the engine, and keep our finger on the trigger for our emergency self-defense mechanism. Don't growl at me. Is this the section we started off with? Maybe. Maybe not. think it is, but I'm gonna double check if this is what I think it is. Huh? Bro, I swear I'm hearing things. Yeah, okay, the game's making me hear things. I know I'm not like hearing things that aren't there. The game is making me hear things that aren't there. Okay, yeah, this is the one we were just in. Okay. Okay, so we are on we're in like the southern part of the island. And yeah, it has to be directly south of the island, I would or southeast maybe. Because where our pod is, we're north of the island. And when we try to go to the dock, it's I think it's on the docks on the west side. I could be wrong. Could be on the north side, for all I know. And then we have to go around a ways to get to the dig site. Maybe we just keep going around the long way for that, but yeah, I think we're in the south or southwest of the island. So that's true. The island would be to our like northeast, but it's to our northwest. So we're southeast. Yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. We're southeast of the island. So now we just have to figure out where the rest of this ship is. I'm gonna go this way because going the other way didn't yield any results, really. Of course, then again, this biome just kind of ends here, so not really the point of going that way. So we're actually going to go back the way we just came and hopefully find what we're looking for. It could be that I'm looking in the wrong biome, and I would not be surprised at all if, like, the rest of the wreckage is, like, somewhere out in, like, this area, and I'm just not seeing it because I'm not looking for it over here. But I highly doubt it. I seriously doubt that that's where it is. Anyways, we're going to continue the search for the second piece of this wreckage. Always with our finger on the trigger. Just in case Big Bad tries to eat us. Big, bad, and ugly. That's what I'm calling him until he pops up and makes me pee myself. Find where that engine was. That engine would be the monument we're looking for. Can I help you? Hello? Hi. Go away. So we found the engine by just sticking to the perimeter of this biome. So if we do that again, then theory would say that we find it again in the exact same manner that we found it the first time. So we're gonna keep following. Yep, here we go. Here's the engine. There's something roaring at me that doesn't want me to be here all of a sudden. Wait a second. Is that a... That's not cave. That's a big roar. I don't like that. Okay, so surely the rest of the wreckage has to be somewhere around here. I'm just electrocuting y'all if you keep doing that. I'm doing a manual visual scan of the area, hoping to find some evidence of the second part of the shipwreck. Not being very successful though. That's the edge of the biome. Go away. I don't like using this electrical impulse thing because it takes up a ton of energy. Go away, jeez. Okay, we're gonna park right here and do some necessary repairs because we are pretty banged up. Pretty dinged up. And see, the funny thing is that power is not really a concern right now because we have power cell chargers, or because we have extra power cells that we picked up from the wreck, from the first part of the wreck. So we don't need to necessarily worry about our power supply, even if it is kind of low right now. Okay, maybe it isn't in this biome. Maybe the rest of the wreck is just not in this biome. It could be somewhere else, and I'm misremembering it being in this biome. It's entirely possible. Is that a sleeper or an aquarium module? What do we think, chat? I'll bet it's a sleeper. It's a docking module. Okay. Guess neither of those answers was right. What about this one? This one's got to be something, right? Sleeper module. Don't know why that's a thing in game, a sleeper module. When do you ever sleep in this game? You don't. Hey, don't do it. I've got my electrical stuff activated. there's these caves. They go pretty deep. Oh, that's alien technology. Interesting. That certainly doesn't lead to anything down here, I'm sure. What are you? It's a big trap.
With this artifact, I am again able to trace...
I've never been to this. This is the first time I've seen this.
They survived for a time, but then their presence becomes faint.
New technology acquired.
Ooh, like an ion battery. Cool. And ion power cells. What's this contraption? Okay. Well, thanks for letting me have one ion cube. That's gonna really help me out. Not much, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Honestly, we haven't really done anything this episode. This might be a bum episode to post if nothing interesting happens. What the? Okay, interesting. We're in the crystal caverns. I did not know you could get to this biome from there. I don't like this. I'm going to head back to the safety of here because there's a much bigger, much badder fish that likes to reside in this area of the map. However, I will scan the torpedo arm or whatever, this propulsion arm for the prawn suit, which we won't ever get and we'll ever use this arm for, but I will scan it just because I can. Okay, so I guess this is the interesting thing for the episode, is figuring out there's a entrance to this cave area that leads to the crystal caves in the it's a lake. Yeah, we're not supposed to be there yet, I think. It's not for us at the moment. We need to find that wreck. And we need to find it before the end of this episode, I would say. Preemptively shock that guy. Okay, so this is the engine fragment. Surely this would mean that there's a larger section of the wreck nearby. And I'm going to gander that it's this way, because it's not been anywhere else. This wreck has been quite elusive. One might even say evasive. Because I have not been able to find it. And I'm hoping that it is somewhere in here so that I may find it. Hello? Can I help you? Penguin? Okay. This would be a lot easier if it was daytime and I could see better. Yeah, it's not any help. So right now we're in the lily pad region, very much east of the island. So I'm a little confused where... Okay, so this is the island that the Omega Lab is in. I'm electrocuting you. Go away. So surely there's a piece of the wreckage somewhere between here and Delta Station Dock, I would presume. Hey you, guess what? Zap. You're next. Zap. This arm, I really go nowhere. Okay. Just ends in that rock. I really need to find this wreckage, but where is it? Where is the wreckage? It is nowhere to be found. Is this it? Did I find?
Bow of an astronautical Soltrons Go vessel nearby.
That's
Vessel name Mercury 2.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Inoperative.
Where? I just have to keep going this way? Oh, I'm blind. Alright, note to future self. The air not in the same you're not in the same biome. Alright, let's find an entry point. One that's preferably not near any nasties. Entry point somewhere.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty thirsty. Let me drink and eat.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Body loves it when it gets nutrition. Dang, this is one. Zap you. Go away. Dang, beat me to the punch. Good job. I approve. Alright. First things first, we're going to repair any damage that did to the sea moth, or sea truck I mean. Second order of business is these crates that were sitting outside. Oh, prawn suit fragment, okay. Interesting. Stuff that was outside. What do you hide? Nothing. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll just head inside then. What the fuck? Oh gosh. Okay, hi. You're not nice. How much did you damage my sea truck doing that? Okay, sea truck's fine. Not appreciative of that though. I'm going to voice my complaint now. We already have the drill arm researched, I believe, so I don't want to pick up too much stuff, because who knows what we'll need. Yeah, we already have the drill arm. Oh, bugger off. If you can get in here, I'm going to be terrified. Buggered off. What do you know? Oh, he did not bugger off. He came back. Oh, he's stuck in there. Have fun. Oh, are you dead? It would be really cool if I killed him. Come on, buddy, come out. Don't make me find another entrance. Pot of greed. Alright, I'll find another entrance then. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. I'm sure there's multiple entrances that are not plagued by a squid shark getting stuck in them. Oh, inventory full. What's my inventory full on? Oh, those seeds are taking up a lot of space. Why did I pick those up? No idea. Maybe I'll plant them. Okay, hold up. We need to be able to access my stuff seed truck. So just set yourself down right here. Very good. Nope. Nope. Need to find one that has the right type of storage capacity. This will be good for extra battery. Extra, I'll take the titanium out. We can put the titanium in here. And I'll put the ingot in there. And then we can use, whoops, we can use this one for these other two. There we go. Inventory no longer full. Continue. Yeah, we're gonna let this run over a little bit just so we can get this so we can get some content with this this ship here. Nuclear reactor. That's what you deserve.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was short-handed because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stefanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed, he said. Like Gotcha. Just follow me, Ella. I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has lost and my body aches. I think I might have fractured the rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
Interesting, found a door. Yeah, I had to mute myself for a moment because I had people come into my room and I didn't want them saying something crazy. I can hear that like it's in my soul.
My instincts are never wrong. Stefanos has always been overly cautious. He hates taking risks, which I suppose is understandable when you're in the back end of the galaxy. But no risk, no reward. Elliot finds evidence of alien architecture on a completely uncharted planet, and he expects me to ignore that? Orion's belt, I would be an absolute fool. We've done some scans, and while there aren't a lot of mineral resources on this planet, there is decent biodiversity. Teams go out in the morning. There should be a significant specimen and sample haul for biopatenting, which will be split among the crew as part of the discovery clause. Let's see Stefanos and everyone else complain when they have a few more Sol Transgov credits in their uniform pockets. They'll learn to trust my instincts at some point.
If only you knew, woman, you're gonna cause problems, probably.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is every xenolinguist's dream. I mean, I was helping with the planetary scans, and there are possible unknown structures on the surface. This could set my career up for life. The images are a little degraded coming through the atmosphere, but it looks like intentional and complex architecture, which means civilization, and civilization means language. Oh, man. And now most of the crew wants to get home. I understand that, but this could be a defining discovery. I'm definitely going to put a bug in Diana's ear about going to the surface so I can take a team to explore. I desperately hope this pans out. Oh, I can't wait till we get into communication range with Sol again. Layla and the kids would love to hear this. I mean, it's rough being away from them so long, but this might just make it worth it. I'll be able to give them so much more.
This thing sounds like it's in my soul. I don't like the loud chomping noises that I'm hearing, because it sounds like it's inside of me. Okay, we're running out of oxygen, so let's bugger off. That's an exit point.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm aware I'm not running exactly high enough. Okay, get some water. Anything else we want to drop off? No. Should probably change the battery on the thing, on the tool, on the laser cutter tool. Look, I'm telling you, we're not stopping this episode until I finish my task for this episode. So with a fresh tank of oxygen. Oh, hello. Door that I haven't seen. That I haven't opened. What could be behind this door? Certainly not the source of all this noise. This squid shark is trying to kill me because I trapped him in here. Radioactive guy. Oh, hi. You're not what I was expecting to find here. I'm glad you're stuck though. It's really funny. To me. To me it's really funny. Yep, you scream all you want. You're not getting out, buddy. You are there for good. And that's good for me. And that explains everything. So I'm going to find the bridge. I'll be able to find what I need to get out. Do a perimeter search. Yeah, see, since this part of the wreck is so much deeper, it's harder to explore it. Ooh, look, CD track. Music. Ooh. Come on. Subnautica Stimulus? Interesting name for a track. There's a vent there, that certainly won't lead anywhere interesting. No, scream all you want. Nothing's happening, buddy.
O'Brien's felt this all went sideways. How could I have known that so much would go wrong?
Yeah,
Failed my crew.
Yep, you did.
No. I don't fail. I didn't get into this position by being a failure. It's this desolate land. Frigid and cursed. Between these tunneling creatures and the strange sickness that a few of the crew are showing symptoms of, we have to leave at first light tomorrow. We are prepping for a rapid takeoff. We can't take chances with the vibrations drawing the tunnelers, so we're skipping the systems check. Risky, but I have faith in myself and the crew of the Mercury. Landing this thing was practically a miracle, though. But we have to get out of here. Maybe the weapon is to keep people away, but if we leave, it'll let us go.
Oh, the document.
I have to leave the quarantined crew in the cave behind. We will be back for them, but we can't risk an unknown infection spreading through the Mercury. We're packing survival kits for them, but there's only enough surplus for about 2 weeks. I'm telling them that we will come back, but I don't think I can land here safely twice. I hate this.
All right.
Now I just need to build the test override module, and I can disable that satellite tower.
Yep, so we have what we came for, which means I'm gonna head back to my sea truck, we'll forget this place exists, and the stupid whale squid thing that wanted to tango with me is going to rot. He's very stuck in here, and I am not going to make any effort to get him out. He deserves to be stuck. Trying to chase me in here. I'll show you. Get you stuck inside a shipwreck and leave you to die. Just like you deserve. Alright, anything in our inventory we should drop off? Yeah, we got some more nuclear power. Because, you know, what else would you do with your free time? Except have nuclear power. Alright, well that does it for this episode. Next episode we'll be doing the parallel processing unit and the test override module, shutting down the satellite, and probably be interacting with Marguerite a lot. But until next episode, this is the War.